You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this. I had a work call, what was it, on Thursday, where someone was doing a presentation and they asked for like a prompt and someone brought up reality TV villains.
Oh, hell yeah.
And Tom Sandoval, during my workday, got brought up naturally, and it was truly the best day I've ever had.
Yeah, that's major.
Getting to talk to technical people at my job about Tom Sandoval was one of the wildest things that's ever happened.
What a treat.
Yeah, no, it was very good. You know, those like peak moments where you get to have like laugh reacts in like Slack.
Totally.
That was me like putting a Tom Sandoval gif in Teams. Yes, I'm going to update my LinkedIn. Thank you all for asking.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Into the Twilight. We're here.
Yeah.
Bring us sprung. This is a vampire show where you all make us watch stuff that is painful and suffering. And this week is no different. So that's fun. Thank you for that. How are you?
I'm here. The sun is shining. I'm alive.
Oh.
Listen, I'm going to be talking about something from the extended Bachelor universe. However, I want to be so clear that it has nothing to do with what is going on with The Bachelorette. That is not the topic of du jour. I'm not getting into it, okay? That's not the space for that.
But if our patrons want us to talk about it...
I mean, we could... Yeah, there needs to be a paywall for me to have that kind of conversation on air. You know what I mean? That's just...
Because I have some fucking thoughts right now.
Yes.
But I do need a paywall for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that cannot just be available for free on the internet. What I'm talking about this week is a show on HGTV called Bachelor Mansion Takeover.
All right.
And it's just...
Rage rooms for the boys?
It's not even rage rooms. They've gotten 12 former Bachelor universe people who have either an experience in like contract work or interior design or anything of that nature. And their task is to make the Bachelor Mansion, which looks decrepit and ugly and bad, look less like that.
Oh, the men yearn for the mines.
The men yearn for the mines completely. Some of these boys, because, you know, you got like Noah, of course, is in here. Dean is in here. You know, like the boys that are like, this is my Sam, you know, like those guys that are like, my whole identity is building stuff. Like they've been training for this moment, you know what I mean? And we thought we were watching this being like, oh, this is just going to be like an HGTV show where it's like they make the mansion look nice. They redesign the rooms, whatever.
How many minutes can I go before Shiplap appears? Yeah.
Sure. Which is like, fine. I was down for that. What is weird about this show is that it is also, for some reason, a competition show.
In what way?
In ways of like they're being judged by how well they designed the rooms. Like sometimes they're in teams or whatever, and it's like who did the better one. But it's also like the eliminations or whatever are ruthless for no reason. Like sometimes they'll be in the middle of a build and they'll be like, you have to send someone home right now, and it's like, we have to finish the kitchen or what. Like, what do you mean?
And they get shot by a gun
and they take them out back. It's nuts. It's like there's like weird politics of just like obviously the dynamics of people that have been on similar shows together or like same seasons or whatever, or like in Paradise and stuff. And it's like, and also some of the Goldens are here. It's just like a weird...
They're putting the old men in?
They're putting the old man and Joan. Joan is also here because I guess she got her master's in interior design or something. I don't know.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So
okay.
It's like a fun crew of people, but it's like very much not like a Bachelor show, but like with Bachelor people. So it's like there's that stuff is just gonna slip in, you know?
So I'm taking a look at this photo just a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
OSHA is quaking. Because what do you mean that homeboys in jorts in this? I see safety goggles.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of I've been on one construction site in my life.
Mhm.
There's a lot of dust on these.
Completely.
Where are their respirators?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I see approximately one helmet, and it's pink. So fuck off, HGTV.
For girl, helmet for girl.
For a girl helmet, right?
Mhm.
But what do you mean? I see visible. There's a dust cloud happening
Prominently.
in here.
Yeah.
And this is not just like a construction work site where there's air going through. They're in a home.
Yeah.
And you're just going to raw dog this dust in your mouth?
Right. It's also interesting too, because it's like the people that are working on this are like, have lived in this mansion before, and they're like bitching about how it sucks, right? Of being like, oh man, like,
that's very good.
Which is real as hell, being like, these bunk beds are trash, like everything in here is like, there's 20 girls like all sardined into a place, and trying to make like, what if things were functional, or what if things like made sense for a billion people to be living in here? And it's like, that is an interesting concept of like to explore from your experience,
Well, and the design constraints, it's not just a home, right? It has to be something that you can film in,
right?
Which is not something you typically consider in a renovation.
Yeah, totally.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like an interesting concept. And also we got my boy Tyler Cameron and Tasha as judges. It's great. It's a good time.
This sounds cool as hell, actually. I'm surprised, HGTV.
Yeah. I was not expecting it to be the show that it is, but it is fun. Like, it's a fun vibe, and you get like the satisfying like before and after. Like, you get all the like HTV bullshit that's like soothing to the brain.
Usually they come in and like ruin people's property values and like take out load-bearing walls, but this sounds surprisingly useful.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a rare W for HGTV.
Yeah, completely. How are you doing, my dude?
I'm here. I'm alive. I'm excited.
Hell
I
yeah.
just had my new year yesterday, which is very good.
Oh yeah.
And we have more light, which is always nice. I wanted to do something to celebrate the equinox, and so I had been repotting some of my plants. And I got a coupon.
Oh yeah.
For a place that I ordered plants from a couple years ago. This sounds like an ad, by the way. It's aggressively not an ad. But Bloomscape, hit me up anytime. And I ordered plants from Bloomscape, and I enjoy this company a lot because I got a gift from them legitimately like 6 years ago. And it is the first plant that I ever had been able to keep alive. And it was a money tree that's now like 4.5 feet tall.
Hell yeah.
And I only do well with plants that are very low maintenance.
Sure. Yeah.
That I can just like put a little water globe into it and just let it ride. And since I got it from there, I've ordered from them personally maybe 3 years ago. And I did it again this week. I appreciate the plants that I got, mainly because they're a site where I can filter by like cat-friendly plants.
Ooh, that's nice.
Which is always really important to me. Because that's the last thing I need to be worrying about. And I repotted the ones that I had, which was very good. And I know very little about plants. I need something that's very low maintenance. But apparently they have a lot of extra like accoutrement that you can do as far as like accessories and stuff. I don't deal with all that. I'm, again, as low maintenance as it comes. But they're very cool in how they package all of them. But I just wanted to highlight that I've been able to keep the original one that I got alive and the ones that I got 3 years ago alive. And I like plants.
Hell yeah.
Which is nice. It took me a long time to get into them just because I was in a spot where I was like moving every year and that felt like a nightmare to deal with. But I like a low maintenance plant.
Hell yeah.
Especially ones that are safe for cats. And this seems like a cool place to get them from, which is nice.
Hell yeah.
So thank you. And again, not sponsored, but y'all hit me up anytime because I will I will absolutely take you up on that.
Hell yeah, dude. We love a plant
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, I'm not, I know there's a lot of people that have like all the fancy lights for them
Sure.
and the greenhouse and stuff. That stresses me out. I'm going to be so real with
It's not
you.
my truth.
That's not that's not my truth on there. I find that they work best when I just leave them alone.
Yeah.
And I don't fuss with them as much. And these do grow. Which I rock with them.
I
on
love
there.
that.
So thank you, Bloomscape. Y'all are cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah.
We had very little news last week. We have a shit ton
Just a
this
gaggle
week.
of news.
Yeah, where do you want to start?
I think let's do a little case do corner, shall we?
Okay.
Pew, 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 because our girl is booked for, television. Can we believe? Folks,
I
can we
can't,
believe?
actually.
Something that's kind of never really happened outside of when she EP'd that ghost hunting show that just disappeared into the ether, which I'll always be mad about.
I agree.
But she is going to be acting in an Amazon limited series called The Challenger, where she's going to be icon, gay legend, astronaut hero, Sally Ride.
Amen.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Thank you.
This is the perfect casting. Are you kidding? This is awesome.
I'm so intrigued by this. One, because TV for her is very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never expected it. Hey, Queen, are you trying to EGOT? Because if you're going to be on Broadway in the next couple of years, I need to know so I can get my affairs in order.
I need to prepare. I need to make things happen for that.
Yeah, I need to immediately start planning for that for my savings account. What intrigues me the most about this, aside from like the content, is that Maggie Kong is on this from the staircase.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And the staircase was so fucking bananas.
Mm-hmm.
And American Crime Story.
Yeah.
Which, like, obviously that's bananas. But, like, Maggie Kong from the staircase is such an interesting pull.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very intrigued by how this is going to feel.
Yeah.
On here. Not only as an EP, but also a showrunner. And then it looks like Kristen is an EP and Dylan is an EP on here as well.
Let's go.
So
it's a family affair.
It is a family affair.
I love that.
I had thought we had heard about this before, but I think I was just making this up.
You had prophecies, you had visions.
Right. I apparently had just dreamt this up at some point. But I'm looking forward to this. I love space. We've seen her do space content before. And I'm excited for her to try something new.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fuck you, Amazon Prime.
Sure, for real.
But also, they've done some interesting work there.
Yeah.
By the way, side note, I have seen people talk about the new season of Jury Duty. I still have not seen that.
You haven't seen the first one? Dude, we gotta do that.
So we should probably do that at some point. Because the new season looks very intriguing to me in a way that the first one had not.
Sure.
So I should probably get on that.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
But this looks very good. Thank you, Kristen, for always being booked and busy.
God.
You make our lives easy, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
As usual, because Rob is on a constant press junket. And will be throughout this year. Do you want to talk about Oscars? Do you want to talk about premiere? Do you want to talk about Dune, where the E is a 3?
I think we got to dunk. I think we got to dunk it up.
Okay.
The threequel, man. Because we have we haven't known like officially, but we've like known that who he's playing and his involvement in this to some extent, right? Because he's talked about like
they've been saying he's going to be the bad guy.
right,
Yeah.
and like we could just look at him and be like, yeah, he's probably, given the list of people that are going to be in this flick, I think we can kind of peg him in a particular direction. But
I mean, it would be bonkers if he shows up in the last one is like, oh, I'm the protagonist now.
Right. Like, I'm actually replaced Timothée. I am Paul Atreides.
Yeah, in the last one, Timothée Chalamet is going to be the antagonist now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the protagonist.
Mm-hmm. I'm the big worm. It's me, Robert Pattinson.
I wouldn't put it past him to be the big worm, to be so for real with you.
Yeah, I think you would love it. I think you have a great time.
I think that would be a dream role for him, actually.
Yeah, but we finally got a trailer, and we finally get a little look-see at what our boy Rob is looking like in this flick. And folks, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
It's in a very appropriate for Dune, given what I know about this.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in the first one, to be so real here.
Sure.
It's giving colonizer, which to my understanding is accurate.
Yes.
With the story of Dune.
Completely.
So I think they nailed it.
Yeah. He looks very scary, very sickly. Bleach brows.
It looks like he has a fucking leech in his nose.
Yeah, that is kind of the thing. That is.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
He reminds the still that they have in this men's journal piece, which is from the trailer. It reminds me of that role he was in the movie of The Prince. What was that one? Where he got to be the French prince. It was like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about? The King.
Was that also a
all I remember
Timothée
is-
Chalamet joint?
That was. Oh my god.
It's all connected. I love. Okay,
Yeah.
you say that, and I did not believe you when you said that because I was like, that can't be the wig that she is talking about. But his face in this,
That's what I'm saying.
I
It's the
see
face.
it. Yeah, it is given a little. I don't know. This man. I've blocked his fuck ass wig out of my memory, but it is nice to
How
revisit.
could you ever? That's my Benadryl hat man. Is that wig?
Oh,
I'm
God.
excited for this.
Oh yeah.
Someone that needs to tell me before this comes out if I do need to actually watch the first two, though. And like I probably will, but do I need to?
It would be peak or very par for the course for you if we did show up to record a bonus episode for this and you just ripped Dune 3 and had not seen any of the other Dunes. I fully would believe
It's just
that
like
would happen.
4 hours.
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot of movie. It's a lot of worm. It's a lot of. But you
It
get
is.
Zendaya.
It's a lot of.
You get Zendaya in there. You know.
That's true. That's true.
That's
true.
something.
But if I remember correctly from the first one, she was in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, they really
And
kind of.
I was really
inflated.
disappointed because again, I do remember, I think, falling asleep in it.
Sure.
It's been a long time. I think it came out like 6 years ago.
Mhm.
But I remember being really excited because I was like, ooh, Zendaya. And then she was barely in it. And I was like, I have to watch this dude and this worm.
Yeah.
Listen, will I watch the first two? Yes.
Mhm.
But come on now.
Yeah.
Also, I am looking at this thumbnail of the threequel, and Homeboy looks so down bad. Just fully disassociating. That's good.
That's how it feels sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot his name is fucking Paul. You gotta be kidding me.
You know.
All right. Maybe I'll watch the first two. Damn it. Okay. All right, fine. I'm very excited though. This looks like it was a good time for Rob.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Oscars and premiere. They've had a week, these two.
Oh, yeah.
The Oscars, they looked great. Everyone was like, wow, Rob looks so good. I remember seeing people shocked.
Little after party moment.
Yeah. Well, and they were like, people seemed shocked that Suki and Rob were hinting that they were already married. Hey, can y'all wake up for 2 seconds?
Guys.
We are not in a world of Hollywood where people announce their weddings anymore.
Yeah. Long past that.
It's just, I need y'all to get it together.
Yeah.
Please. They looked great though. Suki looked amazing.
Yeah, this dress is awesome.
They looked really good.
Yeah.
I saw some people making jokes that at the Oscars, Rob looked like he was wearing Korean skincare, and I thought that was really funny.
He does look very dewy.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think he was just really hot because I saw both him. I saw Zendaya, and I saw my Heated Rivalry boys. They were all sweating, and I was like, I think it's just the heat wave that's going on.
Yeah.
So I felt really bad for them, but they all looked really pretty. I desperately need to know your thoughts about the outfits at the premiere that they had.
This salmon fucking suit.
I know.
And these boots? What are these shoes?
What are those?
Literally, not to harbor on a dead meme, but what are those? I kind of love them, but I'm with everything together. I do have questions, you know?
I don't mind the actual pattern on them, but they look like stompers.
The shape is really what confounds me, because it's like, they're so wide.
Do you know like crime scene chalk of a body? Like that's
It's like you ask someone to like draw what they would think a normal size foot would look like, and it's like, or like a kid, and you're like, that's okay, you know, sure. Like that can't be
your
correct.
Foot can't possibly be that large, sir.
I can't believe that.
The look is very good, though.
It is.
I'm going to be real
great
with you.
It's just very funny. Like, what's happening here? You scroll down, and you're like, whoa, hey, buddy, what we got over there?
Zendaya looks beautiful, by the way. I'm so glad that they pulled this out of the vault.
Yeah, this dress needed another go for sure. It's so pretty.
I agree. I hope that Juliana Rancic just feels like absolute dog shit. Because this looks great. By the way, the bang.
Yeah.
The bang is very good, and I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, no, they look great. It's giving we saw you from across the bar, and I appreciate that a lot. I didn't know that Rob could pull off salmon before this, but like, of course he can.
Yeah.
So
I guess I never considered, but of course, when you see it, it all makes sense.
I don't know that I had seen him before in salmon, but sure, yeah, that makes sense. I love that at the premiere they did this like after party, and this article by Vogue mentions that there was a moment where him and Suki were just like off in a booth eating pizza, and that makes a lot of sense to me. That's how I would prefer to spend my night. But this is great. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see what the official reviews of this movie are, because there's been a lot of hype on there.
We're so close, folks.
Yeah. I also we did not receive any emails of people going to Vegas to get married. And I'm not mad. I am just disappointed, by the way.
I was hoping at least one of y'all would.
I was hoping at least one of you would do it for the bit. You know what I mean? I also didn't hear anyone doing it. And I was hoping that I would hear someone possibly getting married there. So, again, is there anyone out there who did it? I would love to know.
Yeah.
I was not looking forward to watching this episode, mainly because I knew it was going to be painful.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was painful.
Yeah.
However, I'm glad that I pushed through.
Yeah. Because we get rewards. We get rewarded for our service here.
Because sometimes your suffering is rewarded, you know?
Listen.
And that's nice.
There's a lot of times in this show, particularly recently, where I'm like, I hate this fucking show. This show fucking sucks. And I did feel that a little bit in this, but honestly, for the most of this, I'm back to the show fucking rules. The show's great. The show's good. Because we get so much shit in here that is compelling. We're focused. We're lasered in, you know? We're not letting the distractions of the fucking C plot through Z plot fucking distract us. We're on like
100%.
2 main courses, and I'm rocking with it. I'm here.
Here's what I'll say. Biggest bummer of this episode is obviously the propaganda. It's just sometimes it's easier than other times to forget that Liz is a sheriff.
Yeah.
Because in theory, this is supposed to be a small town, right?
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people that are doing multiple jobs.
Yeah.
But then we get episodes like this week where you find out there's a whole fucking fleet of them.
I was
And they've
led
got
to
a
believe
budget.
that Liz was out here fighting for her life, like being the only person that gave a fuck about crime in Mystic Falls.
Mhm.
And you're telling me there's a whole fucking battalion of folks here that are just, what were they doing? What have they been doing the last 6 years of this television show?
Yeah. Are they people that came in from around the state? Because I can suspend my belief for.
Sure.
But if you're telling me these motherfuckers have been here the whole time and they just woke up out of nowhere, then that's wild.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off. So that's there for sure. And we get this random, it's not even a C plot. It's like an H plot of Matt and Tyler being like, I found my life's calling.
Dude, that made
I'm
me
gonna
laugh
go-
so good. Because,
I'm going to go be a pig for the state.
like, unfortunately, I am not surprised. Because, listen, Matt is a very type of guy that we are familiar with, and he's kind of in a very transient state, right? And also in a very vulnerable position, which is very easy to be persuaded into joining the police, right? Like, that is
Correct.
something I can absolutely put my head down and understand, even though it's annoying. It's so funny, though, that he immediately was like, hey, I think this is, like, something for me. And Tyler, you're in a fucking, like, you're fucked up right now. You should join me. Like, you should try this out.
Do I think that some semblance of structure and community is valuable for both of them in different ways?
Completely.
100%.
Mhm.
Does that need to be the being cops? No.
Right. Particularly in Tyler's case, where it's like he was banned from the funeral because he was wasted.
Yeah, please don't give Tyler a gun.
What?
Ever.
Like, let's not give Tyler a gun. I don't think that's I think he can kind of find that rhythm and sense of self through less vulnerable and violent memes. You know?
I agree.
Like, I think there's a middle ground here before you give this man a gun.
There are other ways that you can achieve being valuable to your community
Mm-hmm.
and having a sense of influence and structure in
Mhm.
your life without being a cop. And yet here we are
Yeah.
with you both having applications in your hand.
And it's like,
Sure, Jan.
especially looking at Matt and Tyler, you could so see them as like union trades guys, you know, like fully in that space.
God knows Mystic Falls needs it. With
Yeah.
the amount of buildings that get torn apart.
And they could run that shit in a beautiful way and find a sense of purpose. But no, it's easier to be a cop or whatever, as far as getting your foot in the door. But like, come on, man. We don't have to do it like this.
No, it's far easier for them to explain. It just feels like all of the growth that both of them have had over the last 6 seasons just went down the toilet.
Yeah, you can't make me like Matt and then be like, oh, he's going to be a cop now.
Because I would have told you in the first season, like, oh, Matt's going to go be a cop. But then we had all this growth, and I was like, oh, well, no. No, he's going to be in fucking Big Brothers, Big Sisters or something.
Sure.
And now it's like, oh, we're going to circle back, and he's still going to end up being a cop. Don't piss me off.
Come on now.
I'm so annoyed. So that's the thing about this episode that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Everything else, for the most part, was okay.
Yeah.
And I was pretty down for, actually. So that was the annoying part. But that part aside, we were up. The ball's rolling up here.
Well, yeah.
Actually. How did you feel about Kai coming back, by the way?
Kai is so, I love him. I'm so charmed by him for some reason, especially
None
this.
of you can make me hate him.
Unfortunately, I do love everything he's putting down on the table here, and especially this weird, fucked up version of him that's just an amalgamation of himself and others and Luke. And it's like, it's just too much going on. And so he's like rapping at Joe's door, being like, hey, I know y'all hate me, but I'm like real sick. I got a big tummy ache. I need you to help me so bad. Meanwhile, Joe is at this point understood to have food poisoning because Rick made her vegan Thai food. And they're supposed to have a nice little morning. And then,
Hey, Rick, how'd you fuck that up that bad,
like,
homie?
out of all the things to give someone food poisoning, I feel like you were kind of eliminating all of the crucial variables to do that in this meal. So what the fuck did you do? What you got in there?
Right.
What are you talking about?
What did you not wash your hands or something?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the common variables for food poisoning you didn't include.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do?
Right. And
But sure, Jim.
we come to realize that it was not actually the food poisoning. It's still, you know, he still could have made a bad meal, but apparently there is a like magical situation of, because they did the weird merge thing and we're like, it will kind of work if we just skip, you know, we're not technically twins but close enough, whatever. The wires got crossed and something's real big bad here. And I think it's very funny and a good arc for, because I was always wondering, like, where's Kai gonna go after this, right? Like, what is his sort of, like, arc or whatever? And I think it's very funny to be to Rick and to everyone being like, hey, you gotta keep me alive if you want Joe alive, and also everyone alive. And also, there's now multiple prison dimensions or whatever that could just
That fucked me up.
collapse if this lineage were to die. And that's interesting. Like, we're adding a lot of loosey-goosey stuff. We're really kind of getting in with stuff, but that is fun. That's a fun little thing there.
Because it did seem weird that Luke, I mean, bless his heart, but he thought that merging with Kai would work.
Right. Be like, this will go down exactly the same. It's fine. No complications.
Right. But that it turns out it's like putting two magnets together.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of eroding. And I did think it was funny, though, when Kai was trying to explain it to Rick. And he was like, first of all, can I call you Rick? And Kai, even when he's still like, he's literally dying at this point. Rick isn't believing him. And then I think Kai says something like, do you want me to start over with single syllables?
And when he was like, wait, multiple prison dimensions, and he's like smiling, being like, oh, nobody brought that up. Nobody mentioned that to you. It's like, Kai, you were the only one with this knowledge. You're so annoying.
Yeah.
This is
no
news to all
one
of
in
us.
the world apparently knew that except for you.
And it was also really funny when they were like in the hospital and Joe was like, well, nothing's medically wrong with you. And he's like, yeah, dog, like something is magically wrong with us and me. And then he's like, hey, you haven't thrown up in a while. That's pretty good, right? And then immediately does it. And he's like, wow, I feel so much better. And she's like, you suck so bad. He's like, no, but I feel like so good. Thank you for thank you for throwing up for me. I feel clean.
She said, what was it? Like, you juice boxed my magic.
Mm-hmm.
Because he like instinctually like grabs her arm to like, hold himself steady. She's like, what the fuck, dude?
So nasty.
It was very good. Yeah, the idea, by the way, of there being, we only see an extra one. We see one more. There's a copy of it's in 1903. But the idea that there are multiples of these prison worlds. What the fuck is the Gemini Coven doing? Why are there just little prisons going on? I don't like that.
It's not a great vibe. I'm not a fan.
And also, when we find out who it is, which is Damon and Stefan's mom, why is she being prisoned there? When we thought that she died, what did they say? Was it consumption?
I think
the
so.
Plague?
Yeah.
Something like that. We thought that she died from just like presumably natural causes.
Right. Yeah, I think Damon called it old-timey diseases.
Yeah. Yeah. And now to find out that she's seemingly okay and has been there for 110-ish years. I forget what time it's supposed to be in the show. But what the fuck did she do to piss off those people?
Yeah.
She was so shocked, by the way, when she saw Bonnie.
She's like, who the fuck are you? What's going on? Yeah, and if you've been alone for like 100 years in that weird same day, every day kind of vibe, like anyone coming in there is like, wow, hello? What? I haven't spoken to a human in a century or anyone.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was the way that they introduced Bonnie this episode, because I fully didn't think we were going to see her.
Yeah.
But the way that they introduced her, where she almost like crossed paths with Caroline at the start, it was sick and twisted.
So nasty.
Because I was confused why they did that, but it made a lot of sense with how this episode goes, that she keeps like shifting between these worlds. I liked that, looking back on it.
Yeah, because I was worried that it was like, oh, this is it, right? She keeps getting, and she was like very confident in herself, right? She's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. It's happening tonight. I got everything I need. And it's like, oh no, I don't feel good about that, because you feel good about that. Like, this is ominous. And I was worried that it would just be like totally ripped away because something would collapse, or she would get stuck in 1903 or whatever, like any of these things. And but the resilience and the fortitude and being like, I'm fucking sick of this. I'm out of here. I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna happen. I'm gonna manifest this for myself and do it. And
she was so smart too, of quickly realizing like, oh, the time is the same.
Right.
What's happening in my prison world is happening in this one. So I don't need to worry about the Aurora Borealis, because I know if I just stand right here, it's still something magical is still happening. Like, I can do
there's still a
this
cosmic
right
event happening, or a reoccurring thing that like will trigger the same stuff, which is my girl. That's my girl.
I'm so proud of her for going up there. She got the rock. She did what she needed to do. But can you imagine going through all of this nasty shit and having to do all of this with an ear infection?
Oh my God. Yeah.
She's stronger than anyone.
Completely.
I can't. One of the things, by the way, that shocked me the most, because they'd been talking about Damon's mom, so it wasn't that big of a surprise that we saw her being in the prison world. But I, for some reason, and maybe it's because when we've gotten into the flashbacks before, they've seemed closer in age. The age gap,
that threw me for a fucking loop.
It shocked the shit out of me to see that they're. I didn't realize until I went to the Vampire Diaries Wikipedia. So thank you. But there's presumably like a 7-year age gap between them. What do you mean?
I hated those scenes because it's like, I don't want to see adult man Damon talk to 10-year-old Stefan. I shouldn't be here. I don't like this. So this is unsettling. There's like something about it that I was like, this doesn't make sense in my brain.
No, I hate it.
And I'm not a fan. I don't want to see that.
Because it doesn't track with everything that we have seen before, where all of the scenes in the past few seasons, actually, of Catherine being there, of them going to war, right? Because the age gap doesn't track.
Right.
So when I was watching this, I fully thought, because Damon's been all fucked up in the head recently, I presumed that he was projecting that age onto Stefan.
Yeah.
That he was like seeing a younger version of Stefan in that moment.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Like that made more sense to me.
Like he's putting himself back in the memory as like an
correct.
Adult,
Yeah. That like Stefan wasn't actually that big of an age gap. Because that would mean that all of the other things that we've seen before would be wrong. So that can't possibly be true. And so I'm choosing to believe that that's wrong.
Sure.
And that my interpretation was right.
Yeah.
There. Because that makes more sense for Damon's character. That he thought he was failing a younger version of Stefan.
Yeah.
So I think the writers are wrong, actually.
Yeah. Completely. Completely.
Even though the wiki says that's not true. I personally think that I'm correct here because that just makes more sense. Why
I don't
all
like
of
the
a sudden are they
alternative at all. So
well, why all of a sudden are they saying that there's a 7-year age gap when that has never come up before? And I don't like it, and I'm confused by it. So no, I don't.
I rebuke it.
Yeah, I don't like it, and I don't want it. Um, it just I don't like. Yeah, no, thank you. How did you feel about Damon's eulogy that he did?
Folks, he killed it. Knocked it out of the park. It was cute.
It was
It was nice.
Yeah, I thought that it was very simple,
Yes.
which I think that Liz would have appreciated.
Yeah. Like, he didn't really go into a lot of details. And it was kind of more like Caroline-centric a little bit of just being like, you know, she told me to tell you that you're awesome and you're amazing and you can do anything. And, you know, Liz was here for all of us. And it was just like, you know, it's just what you gotta do kind of vibes. I think it was a good moment.
Well, and Elena said that earlier on in this episode, right? That like the funerals have always been for the living.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I wish that Bonnie in real time had been there for Caroline,
Yeah,
I'm grateful that Caroline was surrounded by people who have experienced this kind of death before, because they understand this kind of grief, and they're not trying to like not sugarcoat it, but like they're not just sympathizing with her, they're
right.
empathizing with her,
Yeah,
which is helpful. And Elena was wildly put together this episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cute. Cute's not really the right word, but I thought that it was nice when she was trying to help coach Caroline through how to respond to people.
Mm-hmm.
And like you have to put them in a couple of different buckets with how you respond, because they're trying to help you, but it's more so about them than it is you in that moment.
Totally.
Which was nice. I hated that I was right about Caroline, though.
Yeah.
But I knew it early in this episode when she kept saying like, "Oh, I just need today."
Right. It was
just today.
She was treating this as like, this is the last 24 hours and I'm going to get everything off my like to-do list of memories, and when I have my humanity, like this is what I'm going to like check the boxes, right? Which is why it's like, it seems funny where I was under the impression that like Stefan would be the one to be like, hey, let me bring up our situationship at your mom's funeral. Because that would be...
I so thought he was going to do it.
Because he can't help himself, right? And he has to make everything kind of the worst thing ever. But the fact that, you know, now Caroline is on this quest to be like, let me just check the boxes of yes, no, maybe. What are we? You know? And I actually have to do it at my mom's funeral. It's like Caroline... like, and also the non-answer is the answer, right? But like...
Yep.
And just so she didn't really need anything more from that, but it's like, Caroline, I see you, I understand you. And I think that conversation she had with Elena was really compelling of like, I don't know, I think there's an interestingness to her of like, when she says, oh, you think you guys are the only people that can like escape grief and avoid grief, you know? Which like, fucking get her ass, right? Like... you know, and being like, I have a much stronger sense of my vampirism than you ever had. Also true, clock it, right? And this is all still like avoidance and pushing away the bad parts and stuff. However, it is hard to make that argument when everyone around you has done that in one way or another. And she's like, I should also get to do that, even if it's a bad choice. Like, I want to make the choice, and like, you don't get to make that choice for me. And I'm like, you know, I get it. I don't love it, but I get where you're coming from.
She wants to crash out.
Yeah.
And I don't blame her. I think that the fact that it started off with that flashback of young Caroline saying, I think I'll always need you.
Yeah.
which writers need to go fuck themselves and it's sick and twisted. But it's hard because I think that Caroline, in this moment, at this age, wants the pity proposal that Joe got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like that's what she wants at this time. And the fact that Stefan, for some reason, had the emotional intelligence to not bring it up at her mom's funeral. Had this moment of clarity of being like, oh, that's not appropriate.
Right.
For some reason. Is her realizing like, that's not, I wanted something more than that. And even him realizing afterwards, it's like, homie, you have your answer. You keep saying like, maybe it's not true love. But
yeah, come on.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
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 You didn't need Damon to tell you that.
Your brother just told you that you've only been in love with the same face.
Right.
For your entire iterations of existence. But her just saying like, oh, I need to be alone for a second.
Yeah.
And listen, overstimulating for sure. Get that. And also everyone around you, but especially Elena, is realizing like homegirl's either gonna go kill herself.
Yeah.
Or turn off her essence. Right? So of course she follows her. But it broke me down that she was trying to straighten everything up.
Yeah.
She can't let go. And I don't blame her for saying, I can't do worse than this. Like Damon told me earlier today that this is the easy part because everyone is still remembering your mom.
Right.
And remembering that you're in grief. But 2 weeks from now, they're going to stop asking about it. And that's when it gets really hard. And she's like, I can't breathe. Right?
Yeah.
And that's some real shit. Like that's...
Oh, yeah.
That's tough. But as soon as that hug and I could see it in her eyes, I was like, oh, this is a normal girl would be getting bangs right now. You know what I mean? She's about to go.
In another world, she would be in college having a gay crisis and cutting bangs. But that is not...
she would be, there'd be manic panic around. It'd be like bright pink or something. Right?
Yeah.
But no, she just snaps Elena's neck. And of course, she's going to turn her emotions off.
Yeah.
Because I don't blame her. I think there was a part where she told Elena, like, yeah, you think those were the worst things that ever happened. But the worst part of it was over when you came to.
Yeah.
And I need that right now.
Yeah.
And I can't blame Caroline. I've been there before. I know that's very relatable. And a part of me is excited to see this actor go through that a lot. Even though as a character, I would never want that for her. So I'm scared. I do need to know. Because the best part of this episode, the best part of this season,
we're so back. I can see the fan cams in my mind's eye. You know what I mean?
Because Miss Ma'am has been vlogging. Right?
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's day 211.
This is still working. Yeah. Because the battery life in 1994 was impeccable.
Sure, yeah.
If it was now, those batteries would have long since died.
Yeah.
But was up like I've never been up before.
Your stocks are so up. They're unbelievably up. I was like cheering. I was hooting and hollering. I was giving a round of applause because
my fist was in the sky like the end of an 80s movie. I was so excited.
Because we see Damon kind of in like a fog because it's been a big day, whatever. And who's in there but Bonnie? And he goes, Bonnie. And she goes, the one and only. And they do the cutest, hottest, longest hug jump into a hug I've ever seen. And they stay there for
And
a
it's
while.
in the kitchen,
Yeah.
folks.
Their spot. It's in their little zone. I'm going to freak the fuck out.
The fact that she like monkey jumps,
Yeah.
right? Like it's like all like arms around his neck,
Mhm.
legs around his waist, like full
Yeah.
hug around him. I haven't seen him smile like that
Yeah.
in so long.
Yeah. Yeah. How could you not believe in love, in chemistry, in the mysteries of the universe when you see that? Are you kidding? I'm gnawing at the fucking walls right now.
I've never been so happy
Yeah.
that he's happy that Bonnie's back
Ugh.
in the present day and that she just gets a moment of peace.
Mhm.
But now I'm really fucking scared because what do you mean that my girl is back in the present,
Mhm.
but then is not here? Doesn't make it through the what do you
can't
possibly
even.
mean by that?
You can't give this to us and then murder her. I can't do
Right.
this. We've gone through
She
so much
just
as Bonnie heads, okay?
she just is the strongest person that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Has made it through across time and space
Yeah.
to get back into Damon's arms, literally.
Ugh.
Is going to hopefully take an incredibly long shower and bubble bath and sleep and rest.
God, I hope so.
And then realize that the fucking present day is in shambles because Caroline
Yeah.
just turned her humanity off
Ugh.
and the world's in crisis. And that's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah.
But what do you mean that you're going to rip this away from me now?
Yeah.
Also, Jeremy's not here.
I know, Jeremy's
Oh,
gone. Jeremy's taking care of the Southwest or whatever. Like,
Right.
There's stuff going on
He's
there.
trying to find the chupacabra. I don't know. I'm so stressed out.
They can't do they'll find each other in any universe and then rip that away from us when we get the apex of that storyline. I'm so peeved. I know I'm going to be peeved so severely.
This is the exact opposite of what just happened to Liz.
Yeah.
Because Liz, unfortunately, like, not killing her the first time around. Like, we got a satisfying end that was happening. But bringing Bonnie back to the present day now is going to hurt worse than
After
having
all
her
she's
just
been
stay
through.
Right.
She's been gone for almost a year.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, let her have a little bit of fun Bonnie time.
I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. I don't understand. Knowing that she doesn't make it makes me really upset.
I'm pissed off. I'm so mad. Is Caroline
I
going to
am-
turn her emotions off before she even knows that Bonnie's here? I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Well, the way that I interpreted her snapping Elena's neck is that they were off.
Oh,
she sounded different.
You're right. You're right. You're so right. So it's already all gone. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's over.
Because she sounded.
Yeah.
She sounded
you're right.
like a
there was
different
like
girl.
an intonation. Yeah.
So I think it was like in the moment of that hug.
Yeah.
That
went boop boop. Yeah.
Flipped a
Gotcha.
switch. Yeah. The
System
mainframe.
reboot. Factory reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, looking at this still from next week, Homegirl has had a makeover, and I'm very excited about this look.
Yeah, there's something going on here.
They're doing what looks like a little Xtina moment, and I don't know how long it will last that she keeps her humanity off, but I am excited if it's just short-lived.
It's really funny, though, that the through line of anytime a character turns their humanity off, the first thing they do is get a leather jacket. I think that's a really fun bit, and I think they should continue to do that.
I think that's beautiful, actually.
It's really good. It's like, how do we signal that this person is evil now, or has no humanity? Leather jacket.
Leather jackets.
Duh.
Hell yeah.
Come on now.
Leather jackets and a lot of hair gel. And you know what?
I'm here for it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I don't know that she only needs to drink margaritas with little umbrellas when she doesn't have her humanity, but go off, queen.
Hell yeah, girl.
It is called the downward spiral, so
Well,
we'll see. But I am looking forward to next week because we got our girl back. So that's at least one win for sure. So we'll see. We do have some amazing patrons to thank, though.
oh yeah.
Do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Glotner.
Ow. Thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Vivi Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Karp.
Ow. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Bow, bow. Thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Rena Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Ooh, and last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Iveshkov.
Hell yeah.
I have a fan fiction for you. This is by the author Descended from Hufflepuffs. And this is a short summary. And it's also a short fan fiction. But it felt very important for this week. This is titled Inbox Full. And the summary of this is, Bonnie catches up on her voicemails when she gets back from the prison world. And I just want to remind you all. Now, I don't think technically that her phone is still active because I think Jeremy shut it off. However, I do want to remind you all that Damon did canonically leave at least one voicemail for Bonnie. So I just like to imagine that is something that she is doing now.
I love to see it.
And she will, in my mind, she is going to make fun of him a lot for it.
Yeah, certainly. He's like, you fucking nerd. You sap.
In the same way that he probably will for her vlogging while she was there.
Yeah.
So they're both very cute, and I love that a lot. Please tell your friends about the show. Tell your family about the show. Tell your birds. Tell your local squirrels about the show.
Yeah.
We got to keep those animal numbers up.
Yeah, we got to get our squirrel numbers. They've been in decline recently. We got to get that going.
Yeah, our podcast network is telling us we got to get those animal numbers up for sure. Well, my friends, I need to go watch this HGTV show expeditiously. So,
oh yeah,
as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.